My roommate likes to feed me ice cubes by hand. He says it helps practice enunciation. Later I realized the words he wanted me to bite weren't linguistic at all. I want to watch some videos too. Just as I asked my roommate Jake to share some, a frigid cube got shoved into my mouth. I whimpered, tears springing from the cold. When I tried spitting it out, Liam's large hand clamped over my lips. What are you? Liam's voice remained detached. Ethan, ever notice your slurred speech? Coming from rural America to college? Many had commented on my Appalachian accent. Even my basic speech proficiency test only scored level 2B. But why would our aloof campus heartthrob care? The ice cube rotated against my palate. Cold saliva pooled as Liam studied me. Know why your articulation's off? Unable to speak. I shook my head while drooling. Your tongue's not nimble enough. His voice dropped. Needs training. When Liam withdrew his hand, the half-melted cube plopped out. Though confused, I offered him tissue. Sorry, your fingers. Liam tucked his hand in his sleeve. I'll wash up later. From his bunk, Jake called impatiently. Pick a genre, MILFs or petites. I need to send these before my pilot training. Being sheltered, I'd never watched adult content before. Not that I wasn't curious, just clueless where to look. Jake's constant offers never tempted me, until recently. With couples flooding campus grounds, this country boy started feeling restless. College seniors should experience romance, right? That's why I stopped Jake tonight. Jake, I want to prepare for dating. Send me something. His genre question stumped me. Do I prefer mature women or girl next door types? Stroking my chin, I finally decided no. Liam cut me off sharply, turning to face me. You shouldn't watch what Jake shared. What? I barely finished asking when his clean hand settled on my waist. Warm breath ghosted over my ear, making my knees buckle. Because Jake snorted and jammed headphones over his ears, stomping off to play Pilot Simulator. Liam's fingers flexed against my hip bone. Because relationship prep shouldn't start there. First fix your accent. My shoulders slumped. Right. No girl wants some country boy who can't speak proper English. The floor tiles blurred as I stared harder. But I don't know how. I'll teach you. I practically vibrated, grabbing his arm. Really? Liam wasn't just any broadcasting major, he'd won national debate championships. Hosted every campus event since freshman year. Girls literally lined up for his elocution tips. Really? His Adam's apple bobbed as he eyed my mouth. Daily ice training. Like earlier. That works? Mitchum. Tongue flexibility. He disappeared into the bathroom. Running water muffling my eager pacing. St. Liam. Who said he was cold. My intestines felt toasty just thinking about his kindness. Next morning. Liam. Feed me now. I stood barefoot below his loft bed. Mouth wide. He rolled onto his stomach. Sleep must hair catching morning light. The mini fridge hummed as he retrieved an ice cube. Wait. I ducked when his hand neared my face. Maybe I should just. Tongue pressure matters. His thumb brushed my lower lip. Heat flooded my cheeks. But. His shadow engulfed me as he climbed down. Open. No way. Not happening. Liam's voice was as cold as ice. I quickly tried to explain. No. What I meant was, I don't need your help. Just tell me where to press. And I'll use my own fingers. You can't locate the spot accurately. But your hands will get dirty, and you'll have to wash them forever. Yesterday, Liam spent half an hour scrubbing his hands in the bathroom. That's how badly he needed them clean. Just show me where, and I'll keep trying until, Before I could finish, Liam pried my jaw open. An ice cube rolled around my mouth as I tilted my head back, staring up at his focused expression. Open wider. Wider. Then, a loud clatter came from the doorway. Jake, just back from his morning run, dropped his breakfast in shock. Holy shit. What are you guys doing? He's helping me with enunciation. I slurred through the ice, answering Jake. Jake's eyes nearly bulged out of their sockets. You call this speech coaching? I want to retake the Mandarin proficiency test. Liam's a broadcasting major. He says this is how they all practice articulation exercises. Right, Liam? Yeah. With his confirmation, I went back to diligently swirling the ice cube with my tongue. Jake suddenly hooped. Ocho. He charged into the dorm, gaping at Liam. Liam. Fix my pronunciation too. I bombed last time's test. Liam shut him down cold. No. Jake looked betrayed. Why help Ethan but not me? My ice-filled mouth couldn't form the question burning in my brain. Why me? Is my accent that much worse? Liam answered casually. Because Ethan pays me. I need the money. Oh right, I'd promised to Venmo him after each session. Not wanting to take advantage. Jake fumbled for his phone. I'll pay too. Liam withdrew like the ice cube had burned him. I'm good. Jake? When Liam emerged from his 30-minute hand-washing marathon, I cornered him with a frown. Why won't you help Jake? Because I don't care about him. Then why help me? Could it be? Before I could finish the thought, his fingers brushed my Adam's apple. You've got a good neck for this. What does that have to do with neck length? The throat's also long. What's that got to do with anything? Liam's Adam's apple bobbed. What I meant was, you've got potential. His roundabout explanation confused me. I swatted his hand away with a frown. Potential? After proper training? You'd have crystal clear articulation. He was complimenting my potential. I thought he was making fun of my country accent. Beaming? I immediately latched onto Liam's arm, nuzzling his shoulder. You've got to coach me extra then. Ethan and I hadn't interacted much before. To ensure Liam's full commitment, I started doing his laundry and making his bed daily. Liam looked uncomfortable. Ethan, why were you being so nice? Can't let you do all the work. Gotta keep my tutor motivated. His expression turned complicated. Really? It's no trouble. You don't need to. Relax. Consider this part of your payment. I tugged his shirt, fingers brushing the defined muscles beneath. Arms up, Liam. Let's get this off. Liam froze mid-sentence, throat working like he'd swallowed something bitter. Pink crept up his neck as he raised his arms obediently, standing on tiptoe. I peeled the sweat-damp tea over his tousled hair. That night, Liam changed his status to, may the universe strike down those who take and take. What's that supposed to mean? I asked days later, curiosity piqued by his flushed avoidance. Instead of answering, Liam stepped closer, eyes darkening. I'm heading to the showers. Could you help with my shirt again? My fingers had just touched his hem when Jake barged in, gym bag slamming against the doorframe. You're full of it, Liam. My friend in broadcasting says no speech coach uses ice cubes. I froze. No ice exercises? Liam gritted his teeth. Shouldn't you be watching those anime girls instead of fact-checking? Jake. Turning to me, he stammered. Different teaching methods. Frantically, he Googled speech therapy stones, showing me historical figures using pebbles for elocution. Then why stones instead of ice? Safer than choking hazards. Plus, his gaze dropped to my lips. Your mouth's softer. Liam wasn't wrong. My mouth was way too sensitive. After just a few days of practice, the inside of my mouth was already raw. Liam helped apply ointment, looking troubled. His gaze at me was strange. You can't even handle this much? I shook my head, putting on a brave face. It's fine, Liam. I'll practice seriously. I could already picture myself dominating the debate stage, charming all the girls in the audience with my sharp tongue. The reason my mouth got torn up so fast wasn't just because my lips were too soft. I'd been practicing obsessively. I was dead serious about improving quickly. Besides the enunciation practice videos Liam sent me, I constantly pestered him to feed me ice cubes. I hounded him in the dorm. I hounded him outside too. In the dorm, Liam kept the ice in a mini fridge he'd bought. When we were out, he carried a thermos just for my ice. I was relentless. Until two girls sitting nearby at lunch gasped. Holy shit. They're acting like an old married couple. The ones having so much fun sucking on those fingers. I'm not sucking fingers. This is mouth exercise practice. I mumbled around the ice cubes filling my cheeks. They started pounding the table in excitement. Did you hear that, bestie? What kind of exercise is that? So freaking hot. Both my ears heard it. Look at him practicing till he's teary-eyed with cracked lips. So adorable I want to bully him. My face burned crimson. Back in the dorm, I approached Liam. You've helped me enough. I've memorized the positions and movements. I'll practice alone from now on. Liam's expression frosted over as he pulled out an ice cube. No, I'll keep helping you. I pushed him away, face flaming. People are talking about us. So what? Just no. I clamped my mouth shut and stayed clear of him. Eventually Liam said flatly, fine. That night Liam left the dorm. He didn't stagger back until dawn, reeking of alcohol. "Why'd you drink so much?" When I tried steering him to a chair, he shoved me onto the bed. His voice was icy. "Don't want my help anymore?" Why was a drunk person fixating on this? But I answered honestly. "Don't need it." Liam's breathing turned ragged. "So you're good now?" I dumbly shook my head. "I didn't mean it like that. I meant I can practice on my own." Liam snorted coldly. "So you think you've mastered it already?" I kept shaking my head. My swaying head was suddenly pinned in place by Liam's hand. He pried my jaw open with one hand while deftly gripping his waistband with the other. "Good. Ice cubes are handled. Time to try something else." I stared at him blankly. The more I looked, the more I suspected drunk Liam wasn't acting right. His gaze felt dangerously intense. "Try what?" The moment I asked, Liam grabbed my chin and kissed me. What the hell? Why is he kissing me? As I struggled for breath, he bit my lip mid-kiss and sneered. "Thought you said you'd mastered it? Why were you still so stiff?" What do you mean? What's he doing? Is this some kind of proficiency test?" My brain fogged from oxygen deprivation as Liam tightened his grip on my skull. "Let me show you what real mastery looks like." The broadcasting major lived up to his reputation. His kissing skills were lethal. I woke up the next morning with swollen lips. Liam had completely forgotten the entire incident. "Ethan, did you change my pajamas? Drank too much last night, can't remember anything after we got back." "No." I hid half my face under the comforter. "You changed them yourself." He'd passed out after kissing me, so I changed his clothes and tucked him in. Better to keep things simple. Chim. Liam's voice turned icy. He retrieved a frozen ice cube from the mini fridge and moved to place it in my mouth. Instead of leaning forward like usual, I burrowed deeper into the blankets, muffling my protest. "Liam, did you forget? We agreed yesterday, you don't need to help me practice anymore." His hand froze mid-air. After 2 seconds of stone-faced silence, he barked. "Then get dressed. We're getting breakfast." Our previous routine of shared meals and classes had been for impromptu practice sessions. Now that those were obsolete, so was our constant companionship. Plus, given yesterday's lip-locking incident, seeing his face felt awkward. I stayed put. "You go ahead to the dining hall. No need to wait for me. Actually, without practice sessions, there's no reason for us to keep eating together." Liam stared at me wordlessly. His stare made my skin crawl, like I was devolving into some hairless ape. I turtled under the blankets until he left the dorm. Without shared meals, Liam and I became strangers passing in the hallway, not even roommates really. When Jake offered his new instructional videos, I jumped at the chance. "Send them now." The moment I spoke, Liam's 40-minute League of Legends survival streak ended abruptly. His screen grayed out as I asked, "Want Jake's links?" He slammed his laptop shut without answering. The cold shoulder continued for days, ignored greetings on campus, averted eyes in our room. The realization hit, Liam wasn't just busy. He was pissed. I doubled down on speech therapy drills, even bought a mini fridge for ice cube articulation practice. Liam would turn his back whenever I worked on enunciation. "Why'd he stop coaching you?" Jake whispered. "Dunno." I shrugged. "Maybe he misses me making his bed?" Tonight outside the dorm, desperation won. "Liam." I caught his sleeve. "This tongue twister's kicking my ass. Help." His voice chilled the August air. "Thought you didn't need teachers." The door slammed behind him before I could explain, my mouth still struggling around red lorry, yellow lorry. Liam and I froze at the same moment. Jake was making Liam's bed, knees digging into the mattress. "Liam." I finally figured it out. "What you need isn't money. You don't have to coach Ethan anymore, right?" Jake's voice turned wheedling. "I can make your bed too. Take me as your new protege." My student council emergency couldn't have come at worse timing. Throughout the entire meeting, my knee kept bouncing. Would Liam agree to train Jake? He'd literally made his bed. With me no longer needing tutoring slots, Liam had all this free time now. Like right this second. While I was gone. 2 guys alone in the dorm. My brain conjured Liam feeding ice cubes to Jake during vocal exercises, those full lips parting, frost glinting between them. Would Liam's fingers brush Jake's mouth? How many times had they practiced that tongue twister already? I nearly chewed through my pen cap. Fumbling for my phone, I speed dialed Liam. He picked up on the first ring. "What's up?" The question died in my throat when Jake's muffled "what's next?" came through the receiver. They were already working together. Wrong number. I choked out, slamming the end call button. I sprinted back after the meeting. The door swung open to reveal Jake clutching his face. Holy crap. That's freezing. So he'd done it. The ice cube thing. My fingernails dug half-moons into my palms as Liam strode toward me. Which passage were you struggling with again? I sidestepped him, staring at Jake still massaging his jaw. Figured it out myself. Lying in bed that night, I seethed at my own hypocrisy. I'd been the one to end our tutoring sessions. Why did watching Jake slurp ice cubes under Liam's guidance feel like swallowing glass shards? We were both Liam's roommates. His attention belonged to us equally. Not just me. By dawn, I'd resolved to ask Liam about that tricky sibilant passage. But his bed stood empty next morning. Had their midnight practice session evolved into morning jogs? What next? Sharing sweatpants? Pissing in the same urinal? Later I found out Liam had taken several days off. He'd set up a coaching studio off campus specializing in voice training. Half our underclassmen had signed up for his sessions. When Jake told me this, my brain short-circuited. Wait, a bunch of freshmen lining up to have Liam feed them ice cubes? That visual was more chaotic than watching a herd of pigs fall into a pond. My eye twitched as I asked Jake, "Does Liam personally coach everyone?" "Of course he does," Jake answered without hesitation. The ache in my chest surprised me. That night, staring at the ceiling, I kept replaying my own stupid words about practicing alone. This was all my fault. I'd pissed off Liam by being cocky and ignoring his expertise. The thought of him patiently coaching others while I messed up basic techniques made me want to scream into my pillow. For 3 days without Liam, my world tilted sideways. I tripped over flat surfaces, accidentally polished white sneakers with black shoe wax, and picked at cafeteria food like a zombie. "You've lost it," Jake declared when he found me staring at ketchup packets for 20 minutes. But how could I explain this gnawing jealousy? The image of Liam leaning close to demonstrate tongue placement to some doe-eyed freshman haunted me. At 2 a.m., even Jake had finished his 4th TikTok scroll and passed out. I remained wide awake, sheets tangled around my legs, flipping on my bedside lamp. I filmed what seemed like a good idea at the time, me swirling an ice cube with exaggerated precision. The amber light caught every glisten on my lips, every shaky breath fogging the camera lens. My thumb hovered before hitting send. "Liam, does my technique meet your standards?" Smiling face with halo. His reply came before the progress bar finished loading. "Coming back now. Wait for me." My pulse spiked. Why would he return at 3 a.m.? Even if he bypassed the chain dorm doors, Mrs. Henderson at the front desk would skin him alive. I typed faster than my sleep-deprived brain could process. "Building's locked. You can't." The video call request illuminated my face, Liam's camera showing dark trees whipping past a car window. His voice crackled through, "Look." I killed the call like it was radioactive. "What do you want to watch?" "I'm taking a shower," Liam replied. "Just one peek. But I'm really showering." After sending Liam the freshly recorded video, I lay on my bed feeling restless. Since sleep wouldn't come, I decided to cool off with a cold shower. I'd already turned on the faucet before hitting send. My phone buzzed. Another message from Liam. "Just show your face. I won't look elsewhere. Let me help you adjust your articulation exercises." Was Liam offering to coach my speech drills? Did this mean he'd forgiven me? No more anger? Liam was being so kind. Video, calling me past midnight to help. I'd been such an idiot before, squandering his goodwill. I immediately video called back. My hair dripped as chilled ice cubes clicked against my teeth during the oral exercises I'd learned online. Liam intently corrected my form through the dark screen of his unlit room, his voice growing increasingly hoarse amid rustling fabric sounds. "Closer. Can't see well." "Good. Keep going." Then, a muffled groan came through the black screen. "Liam?" The rustling stopped. When he didn't respond, I blinked into the camera. "Am I doing it right?" After several seconds of labored breathing, his ragged voice answered, "Not bad." Maybe he was exhausted from the late-night coaching. Guilt prickled me for keeping him up. "Thanks, Liam. I'll hang up now." He interjected hoarsely, "Not bad, but room for advanced techniques." "Advanced?" "Oh." At dawn, Jake left for his morning jog. Liam rushed back to my dorm. I stumbled from bed to open the door. He immediately cupped my face and crushed his lips against mine. I froze, then sniffed his cheeks. No alcohol? Completely sober? My confusion only made him kiss more fiercely. Sending me that video at midnight? This was about last night's recording. Was he personally demonstrating? No. Lip to lip instructing me? So this was his advanced technique for speech practice. So that last kiss was just you being frustrated with my lack of progress. Once I figured this out, I started responding enthusiastically to Liam. After some passionate back and forth, Liam flushed crimson and asked, "Do you understand what I'm trying to say?" The guy was literally breathless from kissing me so thoroughly. Considering how hard he was working to teach me, I mentally replayed Liam's techniques and made a silent vow. I needed to become this skilled too if I wanted to truly excel in debate competitions. Nodding with swollen lips, I mumbled, "I get it now, Liam." With his permission, I started daily kissing practice sessions with Liam. He finally began coaching me on tongue twisters beyond just lip movement drills. True to routine, he kept feeding me ice cubes each day while murmuring how excited he was getting. When I asked what he was anticipating, Liam affectionately booped my nose. You know exactly what? Of course. He must be looking forward to my Mandarin proficiency retake. On exam day, Liam walked me to the testing center, his gaze lingering on my throat like he was restraining himself. "Go ace this," he urged. "Afterwards, we can finally, no more worrying about vocal strain." I didn't grasp his meaning but agreed absently before rushing into the classroom. Post-exam, Jake bumped into me outside. "Hey, Liam's supposedly at the studio. Want to go thank him together?" Liam emerged from the restroom just then. "Who said I left?" I was waiting for Ethan. He pulled me aside, noticing my pout. "Bad test experience?" "No," I mumbled, scuffing my shoes. "Liam, I know you're running that voice coaching studio for income, but could you maybe not personally feed others ice cubes? I just don't want." He burst out laughing. "Are you kidding?" Gripping my shoulders, Liam clarified, "I never feed anyone else." "All right." With so many students, he couldn't possibly do that for everyone anyway. Instantly cheered. I beamed. "Liam, I totally nailed that test this time." My articulation felt way smoother. Liam Parker took me off campus for a celebratory dinner. When I asked about our plans if we stayed out too late, he kept his hand on my waist as he replied, "We'll obviously stay out tonight." I excitedly agreed through a mouthful of lamb skewers. "Let's live dangerously." Liam squeezed my waist again, whispering in my ear, "Keep it down. You'll get plenty of danger tonight." I didn't understand but laughed along, chuckling like an idiot. "Liam, I won't have to eat ice cubes anymore." His gaze darkened as he simply hummed in response. This was the first time I'd seen Liam this happy. He must be thrilled about my exam results, though touched. Confusion crept in when we reached the hotel. "King bed?" I gaped at the reception. Never in my life had I shared a king bed with a buddy back in the village. We always got twin rooms to avoid midnight leg wars. Problem? Liam raised an eyebrow, completely unfazed. His nonchalance made me reconsider. Maybe city boys routinely shared king beds? Admitting I'd never done this might make me look like some country boy. Couldn't let Liam think I'm provincial. I numbly handed over my ID, blurting, "No problem. King beds are totally our thing." The moment we entered the room, Liam started unbuckling his belt. I giggled nervously. "Making yourself right at home, huh, Liam?" Instead of changing in the bathroom like a normal person, he shoved me onto the mattress. My dumb grin froze as his fingers found my waistband. Things are about to get much cozier. What are you doing?" I scrambled backward, clutching my butt. "Liam, explain yourself." He frowned like I was being unreasonable. Literally what it sounds like. Babe, what are you? I wanna..." Liam leaned in and whispered those two embarrassing words into my ear. My face immediately flushed crimson. "I refuse. How could you suggest doing that with me?" "Why not?" "What? You're seriously asking why?" I stared at him incredulously. "We're not even dating." "That's completely inappropriate." Liam looked equally shocked. "Then what exactly do you call this relationship where we make out daily?" What kind of ridiculous question was that? The answer seemed obvious. He'd been coaching me daily on tongue placement, lip shaping, and correcting my dental articulation during pronunciation drills. Without hesitation, I answered, "Mentor and apprentice relationship." Liam angrily got dressed and stormed out. Fine. Mentor and apprentice it is. He snapped before ignoring me completely. When my Mandarin proficiency exam results came out with excellent scores, I wanted to share the news with Liam but didn't know how to approach him. As I hesitated, I overheard Jake excitedly reporting his own high scores to Liam. The knowledge that Jake had also received personal tutoring from Liam made me inexplicably uncomfortable. After Jake left the dorm, I climbed down from my bunk. Liam, I called out, stopping him as he headed to class. He paused mid-step. Thank you, I said, twisting my fingers nervously. You're an amazing teacher. Liam's voice turned icy. No need for that. When he tried to leave again, I impulsively grabbed his arm. Liam, I blurted out after struggling with myself. Did you feed Jake ice cubes during his lessons too? He turned to face me fully. Why does it matter if I fed Jake ice cubes? I didn't understand my own fixation either. Curiosity, I muttered, still clinging to his sleeve. That's all this was, simple curiosity. I needed to know if during those tutoring sessions, Liam had actually put ice in Jake's mouth like he'd done with me. Jake had once complained about his mouth feeling frozen, but I wanted confirmation. Liam frowned deeply. My eyes were red as I stared at him. Ethan Murphy, I like you. You saw it too last time at the hotel. I thought you knew I liked you. After all, I kissed you. I pressed my lips together. And I thought you were just helping me practice. Hands-on coaching. Personally correcting my techniques, with your mouth. I do like you. Liam's confession made my ears burn crimson. Since when do guys confess to other guys? City life was full of surprises. Back in my hometown, boys didn't declare feelings for each other. Liam studied me. Let me ask again, are you just curious? I mumbled at my shoes. Really? Just curious. He walked away without another word. But now I couldn't stop wondering. Was it really just curiosity? What? No. Impossible. I couldn't like another guy. Must be those weird city mushrooms affecting me. That night in the dorm, Jake was meticulously arranging Liam's bedding again. I scowled at his eager movements. Shouldn't you be watching your educational films instead of playing housekeeper? Jake fluffed a pillow with military precision. Debate competition coming up. Liam helped boost my speech scores last time. Now I need him to share his secret techniques. The real deal stuff. The door slammed open as Liam entered. Jake pounced like an overeager puppy, dragging him into the hallway. The heavy metal door clanged shut behind them, swallowing their conversation. Staring at the perfectly made bed and soundproof door, my imagination ran wild. Secret techniques? Like the mouth-to-mouth coaching I'd received? Would Liam teach Jake the same way? Would they end up in some hotel suite too? Were they kissing right now? Toothbrush still foaming in my mouth. I yanked open the metal door and charged out in half-button jeans. No, you can't teach him. Jake froze mid-motion. A cafeteria meal card halfway into Liam's pocket as bribery. Why can't I? I grabbed Liam's collar. Liam, don't go with him. Liam tugged at my sweatpants drawstring and pulled me away. Jake stood frozen in place. Why can't Liam come to the dining hall with me? Liam pressed me against the corner wall. Why can't I? My heart hammered against my ribs. Because I don't want you kissing Jake. Why would I kiss him? My skin felt feverish. To teach him through kissing. Liam's lips quirked upward. Why don't you want me to? I lowered my head. Shame prickling my neck. Liam tilted my chin. Thumb brushing away toothpaste foam at the corner of my mouth. You look like this and expect me not to imagine things. His gaze locked on mine. Say it. Why don't you want me to? Is this more curiosity? Or something else? I'm leaving if you don't talk. My face burned crimson. Liam pretended to turn away. Mouth twitching. I seized his arm. Fingers digging in. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you too. Jealous you fed him ice cubes. That already killed me. If you kissed him, I couldn't take it. Really couldn't. Tears spilled over as my trembling hands clutched his. I didn't recognize myself anymore. Maybe I'd become one of those city guys now. The kind who likes other guys. Liam, please don't kiss him. Don't feed him ice either. Feed me. Feed me instead. I'll be good. I shook his arm. Whisper soft words scalding my cheeks. You said I had potential. Liam wiped my tears, cradling my head. Silly? I never fed Jake ice. I sniffled, voicing my doubt. But last time I saw him holding his jaw saying his mouth was freezing. He ate 5 popsicles straight. I only taught him lecture notes. His palm warmed the back of my neck. Ethan, did you really think feeding you ice cubes was about teaching pronunciation? What do you mean? Liam whispered in my ear. You just said I have potential. What kind of potential? We barely interacted since Liam's this aloof campus heartthrob. My voice dropped to a murmur. How about we get a room tonight? I'll show you exactly what kind of potential I'm talking about. Liam's lips curved. Absolutely. That night revealed the truth. Liam wasn't teaching me diction at all. The real education had been seeping into my brain all along. My practice paid off. Turns out I'm a natural. Who knew my neck could arch like this?